This is a song concept I came up with in my freshman year based off of high school drama.
And I'm going to teach you how to do what I did, but better.
Because I am better now. This is advice from a very euphoric wizard. Let's say the craziest thing happened at school, like you hooked up with somebody, or you just had the most awful friend breakup, but you don't want to tell your best friends. And I mean, if you do tell your best friends, there's going to be a lot of trouble. Well, songwrite. Well, how do you songwrite? Okay, well, think about what happened in your life and pick a certain aspect of it to focus on. You don't need to write about the entire thing. I don't care who you hooked up with. I don't care why it happened and how it happened. Pick one of those questions to answer: who, what, why, when, where, how, and then write about that. But it's not only the contents that is important. It's also how you look at it. Framing is key. That's what differentiates so many of my albums. If I write about love or I write about a friendship breakup, it's not about the actual actions. It's also about how I view it, the mindset I'm in, the emotional lens. And this is important because it's going to guide you in the rest of your songwriting. It's going to tell you how you're going to write the words down and what you're trying to achieve. Basically, your emotional lens is, what is the emotion I associate with this action? And how is that going to affect what I'm writing on paper? But now we need to know how to make a song title, because that is your map. First, I need to figure out what the first step is. Step one is to think about words that describe the situation that you thought of. That's why you need to think of it in the first place. But that also fits the emotional lens you thought of. So, for example, in Fake,
Hello, post-editing Myah here. I'm Ryan's producer and video editor, and even though he didn't end up giving an example here, I can assure you that this is a technique he uses often, and he does give an example later.
oh, and also that follow any rules that you want to lay out for yourself. Like, you can have fun little things like, oh, I want them all to be lowercase, or oh, I want them all to be uppercase, or oh, I want them all to be one word, or oh, I want them to be 5 words. Whatever rules you set for yourself, follow those. And also pick a word or words that match the tone and the concept. Step 2 is to take the keywords and following the rules that you laid out for yourself in the last step to make your title, which is your thesis statement for the song. It's your concept. It tells the reader what you're going to discuss. And now that we have the title, let's start songwriting. And one more thing before you start songwriting, you need to decide if you're going to do lyrical songwriting or melodical songwriting. So basically think, do you want Speak Now or TTPD? Okay, and what I mean by that is Speak Now, like, come on, don't leave me like this. I thought I had you figured out. That's not amazing lyricism. That's amazing melodical structure. You listen to that, it's addicting, and I love it. Do you want to write like that, where you have a melody in your head and your lyrics are to serve your melody? Or do you want to write the other way? As in TTPD, for example, Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus, stumbled into your apartment named Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus. I think that's the line, I don't really know. But it's very lyrical coded and the melody is served with the lyrics. So basically, you need to decide, are you going to pour your heart out in a song with lyrics? Or are you just going to make a bop and then write lyrics to make the bop? So how do we turn that hookup into a hit? Step 1, think about a specific part of that hookup. Step 2, think about the emotional lens you want to look at it through. Like, it was depressing because it was with your longtime crush and they were just using you for sex. Step 3, think about the title that you want, because that's your thesis and your roadmap. And step 4, you need to decide if you're going to focus on lyrics or melody. A completed song concept could be, she was just using me. And it could be focused on melody, because let's be honest, a song title like that, honey, lyrics aren't there. It's the melody that's going to be a bop. For example, the McDonald's melody. You could just copyright.
For legal reasons, please do not try using that melody at home.
That's a melody writing if I've ever heard of one. And we got there from looking at a hookup that happened in the classroom because he had just gotten over his ex and just wanted to try out his sexuality with me, even though he knows that I've been loving him for so long, which then informs the frame. It's depressing, which then forms the song title he was just using me because, well, I mean, that's what it was. And now you just need to write it. And I mean, you could use this in so many more things than just songwriting. You can use it to write an English essay. You can use it to break up with that fucking
amazing person who really just wasn't right for you.
Well, I don't think I can say any more. I think, yeah, I've reached my quota, guys, so I'll just stop there. And to prove to your world that you're better than you were, what, 10 minutes ago? Because, well, you're a fan of me now. And everybody loves me, especially those people from Fake.